A simp?
I wouldn't call him a simp, but my mom called him a simp.
Damn.
My mom definitely called him a simp. But
oh my God.
Honestly, God,
y'all hear that?
Yeah, my mom did call him a simp.
All that for that woman.
Okay.
Took care of his 3 kids, and she called him a simp.
My mom told me straight up, she told me, yo, don't ever date a woman with kids.
My mom told me the same thing.
Don't ever.
They don't care, brothers. Your contributions are meaningless. They will take all you have and then spit in your face. In all the years I've spent consulting and supporting my brothers, there's a line I hear over and over again. After all I've done for her, she does this? Men often make the mistake of applying the code of men to women. This is a mistake of the highest order. Women are not raised for appreciation. They see you as a mechanism to reach the feelings, status, and objects they desire. Men who fail to grasp this allow women, who wouldn't choose them otherwise, to manipulate them into relationships. They gaslight themselves into slavery, spending their lives in conflict within. They fight to not see the reality, that they are just a clean-up man. Get a woman to a state where she can be honest, and you'll hear thoughts and words that shatter everything you've allowed yourself to believe about her. I won't say you should never date a single mother, but understand what you're signing up for. She must be one of the few who respects and adores the role you choose to fulfill. Make no mistake, if you lack the discernment to navigate this complex minefield, you will, without a doubt, ruin your life.
Stepdads are men that women wouldn't date if they didn't have kids. Let me read that again. Stepdads are men that women wouldn't date
if the women didn't have kids.
If they didn't have kids. Facts. It's crazy.
Facts. Yeah, facts.
It's horrible.
That's techie.
Yeah.
That's facts, though.
Brothers, listen up. Something inside you should be stirring right now. Maybe you felt it before. Maybe you haven't. But if you've ever walked the path of the common man, grinding day in and day out, you know that feeling. That fire inside you. That restlessness. That's your dignity trying to wake up. Grab onto it. Hold it tight. Because that's where your strength lies. You see, dignity isn't handed to you. It's something you fight for, something you build. But here's the problem. The world doesn't want you to have it. The system, the culture, whatever you want to call it, has been working overtime to strip it away. Why? Because without dignity, you're easy to control. You don't demand more from yourself or from others. Your mind is weak, your standards are low, and your self-preservation is numb. Some of us were lucky to have a strong man guide us early on. Many of us weren't. And that means we have to build ourselves from the ground up. That's no easy road. It starts when we feel the most violated, the most disrespected. That's where a lot of you are right now, angry. And you know what? Good. You should be. Anger is the sign that something needs to change, but don't let it control you. Don't act out of rage. Reflect, learn, plan. Because when the fire settles, when the anger fades, you need to be able to see clearly. You need to aim your accountability in the right direction. You need to be able to stand up, look this world in the eye, and accept the reality of it. Then you get to work. You build yourself into a man of honor, a man of dignity, a man that doesn't need validation from a woman, a career, or a follower count to tell him he's worth something, because he knows by his own code, by his own actions. And one day when your time is up, you'll be able to go with a smile, because you'll know you lived a man's life, a life worth living.
I don't think people really understand the struggles of being a step-parent, especially being a stepfather. I know men are supposed to be the leaders, and they're supposed to be the providers of their family, but how do you lead somebody else's kids? Whether you like it or not, especially as a stepdad, you're gonna get reminded, whether it's intentional or not, that those kids aren't yours. And then you have to pay bills and take care of somebody else's kids while the baby daddy is getting to roam free of responsibility, and the only thing that he ever gets is a bashing on Facebook every now and then. And if you got kids of your own, your kids are gonna get jealous. Can you imagine sitting there doing for somebody else's kids, and you're sitting here tucking them in at night and doing all this stuff, and your kids over there wondering what you're doing and why can't they be around you? And that's a loss right there, because you're gonna get blamed. And half the time, these baby daddies, they get to come back around. They get to come and go in their kids' lives, and you sitting there, you don't put all this hard work and sacrifice in, and then this dude is just getting to come back whenever he feel like it. I don't know, man. It's just tough, man. Like dating, especially in your 30s, it's just tough because these are things that are real. And like I try to bring this stuff up and then people get offended, like women get offended. And I'm not trying to be offensive, but these are honest things that really need to be talked about. I think our generation is starting to figure out why it's important to pick who to have kids with and stop giving up on each other so damn fast, because now it's starting to catch up to us.
Fellas, let's talk about the biggest scam in modern dating, being a stepfather without authority. That's right, today's episode is about how society wants you to sign up for a job with all the responsibility and zero power. Let's dive in. You meet a single mom, she's great. Her kid? Let's be honest, you're not his dad and he knows it. But guess what? You're still expected to pay, protect, and pretend like it's your legacy on the line. But here's the kicker. The moment you try to discipline or lead, boom, you get hit with the classic, "You're not his father." "Ah, but I am his wallet," right? Look, even the president hands over authority to the Secret Service when his safety is on the line, because responsibility must come with power. You wouldn't run a business without decision-making rights, so why would you run a family like that? No authority, no deal. Oh, and let's not forget the shaming tactics. Real men step up. No, real men don't sign up for lose-lose contracts. If you love her, you'll love her kids. Love isn't a lease agreement. You knew what you were getting into. Yeah, and that's why I'm getting out. Boys, the rule is simple. Never accept responsibility without authority. You're a man, not a volunteer firefighter for someone else's burning house. Comment and subscribe before YouTube cancels me for spitting facts. See you next time.